Hey friends, good morning. Happy 2017. How is your year going so far? Are you excited about the year, or are you maybe a little apprehensive because you're just not sure what's coming down the pipeline this year? Either way, I hope this message just encourages you and inspires you. I love the Message translation of Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. This is Jesus talking. He asks us, he says, are you tired? Are you worn out? Burnt out on religion? He says, come to me, get away with me, and you'll recover your life. He promises to show us how to take a real rest. He says, walk with me and work with me. Watch how I do it. Learn the unforced rhythms of grace. He won't lay anything heavy or ill-fitting on you. He says, keep company with me, and you will learn to live freely and lightly. So I have personally experienced what a life of living freely and lightly means and what that feels like. And honestly, I want more of it. So one of my goals for 2017 is to really dig into the Gospels, the books of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. And Jesus says, watch how I do it. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I want to just welcome you to Grow with Grace. These are going to be 5-minute videos that I'm going to share with you probably every Tuesday morning. And the reason it's Tuesday morning is because my kids are in preschool, which means this is one of the only quiet times I have. So take a second. It's quiet. It's nice, huh? So yes, I'm sitting in my minivan. I believe when starting a new endeavor to start where you are and use what you have. So I have a minivan. I don't have access to a recording studio. This is not a professional podcast. I have access to an iPhone and YouTube. So I'm just starting where I am and using what I have. So the reason I am making these videos is for a couple of reasons. One of which I'm constantly finding myself telling friends and encouraging them to step outside of their comfort zone and stretch their faith. So I really want to practice what I preach. So this is me stepping out and just practicing what I preach and stretching my faith. So another reason for these videos is honestly I learn best by teaching. So I'm hoping this is a win-win for you and I. So because we only have a couple minutes left today, I want to look at Luke chapter 1. Never enough coffee in the day. I have been reading the book of Luke, and I want to highlight this verse. It's chapter 1, verse 45. This is Elizabeth talking. She's talking to Mary, Jesus' mother. Elizabeth and Mary were both pregnant at the time. So Elizabeth says, blessed is she who has believed that the Lord would fulfill his promises to her. Excuse me. I can't think of anything much more beautiful than that. Verse 37. So a couple of verses right before this. It says, for with God nothing is ever impossible, and no word from God shall be without power or impossible of fulfillment. So my question for you today is, what has God told you? What promises has he made to you? And do you believe that he is going to fulfill them? A couple of things. If maybe you have, excuse me, this cough is kind of coming out of nowhere. Maybe you have never been given a promise from God. or it seems that way anyways. Let me just assure you that God has many, many promises just for you. So, if you've not heard them, my first suggestion would be to open up this book, because this is where I hear from him most often. And if God has spoken promises to you, but you haven't seen them come to fruition yet, remember, he's not done. And remember that nothing is impossible for him. So keep pressing into him. Keep getting quiet to hear his voice. Keep looking back at his faithfulness. Keep opening this book so you can see promises he's given to other people come to fruition. Hold on to hope. Hope is very, very much alive in your life. So that is just a sweet, great tidbit for today. Just something for you to sit and ponder on. I encourage you to get into Luke chapter 1 and read it. And I pray, because this is word. This is a promise God has given us, that this word is alive and active. So God, I ask that every person that opens their Bible, that it would just become alive and active for them. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you next Tuesday. Bye.